Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Waking Up with Plants. Happy to connect with you and to share the plant message for this episode. In the previous episode I shared that we were stepping into the theme of time, our relationship to time, and we're not gonna do that. I was really looking forward to it. It's a very interesting and vast topic, but something bigger is emerging, and that's an innate need to let go of any preset plannings. I don't know if you feel any change in your relationship to plan things. As I connected into the plant realm to express this feeling of not wanting to go forward with time, but feeling the need to surrender to whatever wanted to emerge, they were sort of waiting, patiently nodding, smiling, that type of energy. Obviously, it was already part of the message of today. Also, what I've come to notice that I try to put these podcasts out quite consistently, but I don't plan it exactly. Also because some messages need ripening, so you can't really plan them to certainly come forth at one particular time. And I also don't like to work that way anymore, to push and pull myself and the energies of the plants for that matter, because it just doesn't work. But what I've noticed in setting these timings free, that actually now they've started to align with the new moon and the full moon. So they've synchronized, at least for now, with these two moon phases. And so this message feels very much linked into the full moon that is upon us. And it has a lot to do with preset structures and breaking free from them, or not focusing on them. For this message, I took a walk to the park this morning, and when you take an intentional walk, everything that happens on the path is really part of that ceremonial space that you set. So you can read it like a mythical story, like a symbolic story. And I noticed that my attention was drawn to the pathways. And as I stepped sometimes onto the grass, feeling really the difference of walking on a paved pathway, or what happened to me when I stepped onto the grass. It seems quite a tiny step, right? It's nothing major, and yet the effect it has on how I'm walking is pretty major. Because now all of a sudden there's no preset pathway, so how I'm navigating my walk is differently. It's like I'm going out of the automatic pilot and now tuning in with another navigation system that is from within me. I just start walking towards what pulls me, what attracts me in the landscape. And this came as a response to this feeling, a feeling that stuck with me from the previous episode, this loss of liveliness in our days. Life energy can feel like it's squeezed out or chipped away bit by bit without you noticing it. And then all of a sudden you feel daily routines are just empty routines. And I think this is an energy that is hanging in the air because of all the rules and regulations we have to deal with from the outside. But obviously we also have them internally, and so they're being activated as well, or highlighted as well more. How to deal with following preset settings, preset pathways, and also how to focus on the life energy that makes things come alive. The plant that was walking with me to address something about this was Echinacea, or the Purple Coneflower. And they reminded me also of how the park looked in the winter, when the snow had fell and and everything was a blank canvas. That was the feeling I was feeling again a bit on walking on the grass. They reminded me of this, and from that place their message came through for us. So I hope that this speaks to you too. This is Echinacea on the breath of life, and they start to talk about this sense of loss of liveliness in repetitive daily routines, or in the repetitiveness in daily life. They shared, firstly, don't change anything about your situation. Keep walking through your days, through your routines, without fighting with them, resisting them, fixing them, changing them, anything. You just keep walking through them, and instead you map them. Become a real, exact observer of these pathways. Map every pathway in your day. What you do, how you feel, what thinking patterns pop up in reaction to recurring situations. See how well you could know the landscape of your days, the presetness of your life. You can visualize them as looking from above and seeing two lines on paper, outlining your well-known pathways, morning routines, weekdays, weekend days. There is no such thing as every day is the same, or any moment for that matter. There is no staticness in life. Everything is always moving and always changing. The air molecules that you breathe in, travel through you, and you breathe out are different every breath. New compositions of cells in your body every moment, different constellation of the stars and planets from where you are standing, informing you differently. Every day of one and the same season shows a unique phase. Every moment is absolutely unique, a unique composition of elements. So now you know what's the same in your days. You can shift your focus to what's different. The newness of every moment, the unique quality you can see as a wind of life, or breath of life. For the breath of life, your outlined static routines are illusionary, an experience made up in the mental mind. The wind blows freely and dances with the unique elements of that moment. So shift your focus to liveliness. What in your routines feels different? New situations, thoughts, feelings, physical to subtle. And follow this as you walk on your path with your posture. When your heart, breast is moving forward, rising up, and when is it pulled back? Pay attention when you feel your heart rising up, breast moving forward. What made it move? The breath of life fuels your heart fire. You feel and see it in your posture. Look at mine. I press my breast, my heart out, up to the sun. And when you become more aware of the movement in your life that lights you up, don't grasp it. Don't try and solidify it. Just breathe it. Enjoy it while it's happening. Like a bird on the wind, you don't catch it, you let it be free and enjoy the moment you have with it. When you practice keeping your attention with these lively winds blowing through your moments, the air grows your heart fire. When you focus on the static, you shield the air out. And so your fire has a harder time burning. It's as simple as that. Walking through your days like this, your road will not be repetitive, but form itself to how it can support this lively movement best. Form follows energy, but you will not be busy with the path. You will be with what songs are traveling on the wind, letting your heart sing. Yeah, thank you, Echinacea, for this lively message. What comes to me is this feeling, the Taoist way, not resisting, fighting anything, but simply shifting focus to life, basically, that is happening. I really respect how they show that even if you walk on these structures, they don't determine you by any means. It's your attention, what you focus on, where you let your energy flow, that creates the very path you're walking on. So I hope this will support you in our lunar eclipse and in the new energy that wants to be born with it. I will connect with you again in the next episode. I wish you well, take care, and until the next one.